Do I speak about myself in third person or first person or
second
MC
person,
Stretch?
please.
Yeah, and third. I don't like that name actually.
No?
You guys put that on me.
Yeah,
But anyways,
You don't get to pick your own nickname. That's the thing.
we're sitting outside of our second location on 17th Avenue, right by the Shoppers Drug Mart here. People walking by. We're outside because we're trying to catch people's eyes and draw their attention towards our awesome studio and gym. And we wanted to talk today about what we have to offer, like the experience that we pass on to people from the time that they walk in to the time that they walk out. And we want to talk about that briefly or long. Long form,
Brief.
whatever.
Yes.
Whatever actually comes out, we're just going to roll with. We just like to flow with these things.
Exactly.
I keep looking to different sides because there's people walking by and I'm like a squirrel. So anyways, we've got 3 disciplines. 4 actually. 5? We've got so many disciplines, but that's the beauty of it, is they all sort of feed into each other. You don't have to come for one reason. You can come for one reason, the next day you can come for another reason. Has the ability to add some variety to your life. So we can talk about it if you want. I teach row. Row is one of our disciplines. We can get into that later. We also have spin. Is there anybody representing spin here today?
Just
Corey's going to represent
producer behind
spin.
the camera.
You know, our spin director isn't here right now, but they probably wouldn't appreciate Corey talking about spin because he might miss a couple things.
I have nothing but nice things to say.
But we also have HIIT. Corey definitely represents HIIT. Just look at his thighs.
Quad father.
Can we bring the...
Yeah,
we call him
zooming on the thighs. There
the
you go.
quad father.
Look at those things.
And we also have yoga. We teach yoga as well.
We do yoga, yeah. Plus we have our lift program. It's pretty innovative. Yoga's great. If you're talking about value for your money, lift's probably our best service. I mean, it's personal training, but fraction the price. So that's the one I always like to refer people to. And yeah, Corey's specialty as well.
Yeah. So let's go to Corey. Let's go to Corey. Corey,
You want to talk about lift? That's a good segue.
I'm the host. Let me ask you the question.
All right.
Talk about lift.
Wait, is there a question in there?
Yeah. What is lift? What's lift? Why do we have lift? Talk
Lift-
about the why.
So especially coming back from pandemic, a lot of people aren't doing much, haven't done much, or at least their level of fitness has dropped, we'll say. And this is a good way for people to come back, get a plan and a program that is general, but yet specific and individualized towards them. So they can come in, we can look at their movement patterns, see what they do well, see what they don't do well, see where we can add improvement, add value. We figure out what they can do for load, and we base a program based on some movement patterns around that. So now they have a program with loads they can use, movement patterns that are doable but challenging, and then we can progress and build that program kind of every month, adding another program to that. Of course, each week it gets a little more challenging and a little more challenging. We add either volume or weight. Yeah, we're always trying to progress that program. And it's a great way to start from wherever you're at, because the program will meet you where you are and then build up off of that, as opposed to spin and HIIT and row and even some yoga, where you're coming in and you're doing this generalized class that the instructor has built for who knows who's coming in, high levels, low levels, everybody in between. And those instructors, of course, are very good at changing that program and trying to work with each individual that comes to class, but it's still a generalized class. It's not something that's built for you. So that's a great way to promote lift, is you come in, you do something that's just for you, and then that's going to help you get better at all of your other disciplines, because you can build up and progress to a point where you're ready to take on a full hard HIIT class with no limitations.
So for somebody like myself who maybe didn't work out during the pandemic as much as I should have, lift, do you think is where I should start off, hey?
I like how you added as much as I should have. Yes, lift would be the best place for you to start.
I figured.
If you came to a spin class or row class or HIIT class, like that's the deep end of the swimming pool, and you're like jumping in with the sharks immediately, and you might not be ready for that.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, our instructors can kind of scale the class up and down, but lift's the kind of the one that'll meet you where you are the most. Whereas, spin, I mean, you can always take some time off, hide in the back. I've done that before. But yeah, you're right. You kind of get in there, and the program is what it is. Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily build confidence coming into a class and not being able to give your very best because maybe you're a little out of shape. But if you have a program that is exactly the level of your fitness, you can come in and give her hell, and it'll be perfect for you because you'll be spent, you won't have done too much, and you won't have done too little. It'll be right in the Goldilocks zone.
So we're talking about lift. If you just joined us, we're talking about our lift program, which is, Corey just said, a specialized, tailored program for yourself. Everybody's different, everybody's unique, has different body types, has different goals and ambitions for their fitness side of things. And so that's our specialty thing. But the studio also offers generalized classes. I like how you describe that. Generalized classes like spin, like row, like yoga as well, where you come in and you're part of a class experience. And I'm going to put the mic behind me there. So special, if you want to zero in just on yourself, if you want to have some me time, go to lift. Or if you want to have a more generalized approach to things, be part of a class experience, then we have stuff for you as well. It just depends on what your goals are. So we start with that foundation, your goals. What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah.
Find your why.
There, Oh, the big thing is too, though, with the it depends how you like to work out. 'Cause sometimes, you can't hear me. Hang on.
I want to speak good. Like there's buses and
I have
shit.
important things
that
to
are
say,
going
so
by.
people need to hear me. Yeah, it's important to point out here too. Like lift is a little more of a personalized thing, right? You're still in a room with some other people, but if you're like a lot of people and need some motivation, you want to work out in a group. That's the rest of our classes. That's a lot of people I've heard, anyways, tell me that they get a lot more motivated when they have other people in the room with them. Kind of gives them a push. So
for sure, there's that compete level, right? That you just don't have in lift, right? Where you got somebody beside you in a row or a spin class, and you're trying to either keep up with them or outdo them. Especially if you brought, your buddy or your friend or your gym partner, right? You got a little bit of that competitiveness.
More motivating than bringing a friend to class and seeing him outwork you on the side. You're like, I got to keep up with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like if you're doing plank. So let's go into row for a second.
I've never actually experienced
Let's go into row.
That's because you're always the guy outworking me. I'm always trying to keep up.
I've never been outworked before. Fucking asshole.
Hardware works, man.
Yeah.
It does,
Look at this guy. He's like a specimen.
Right?
You can't outwork that.
I'm trying to suck in so hard over here right now.
The only person who outworks Corey is Corey.
Yeah. You're always fighting against the man in the mirror. And
it's true.
It's not over till you beat
One
him.
of our spin instructors. Yes. Nice.
Beautiful Vanessa.
Somebody who can represent our spin. Do you want to talk about spin for a sec? Sure. So talk about the experience that spin has to offer. Because we don't really have a good representative for, oh my God, for spin, because Corey's not it. I'm not a good representative for spin either.
I was just gonna suggest Corey to do it.
You
How did he
scoundrel? You got me on a bike and you took a picture. It doesn't mean that I do spin though.
I fake it till you make it.
Look at this, a necklace.
It's beautiful. So this is Vanessa.
Hello.
She's one of our spin instructors, and she'll talk about now what kind of experience MOVE has to offer in terms of spin.
Well, the spin here is absolutely amazing, like no other studio. I will say that, and I'm not just saying it because I work here. We have an incredible program. It's absolutely epic, incredible lighting, the whole experience, the vibe, the community, there's nothing that compares. So what you're gonna find in this class is it's for all fitness types. So you don't have to be a pro, you don't have to know it all, or you can come in and just be a spin junkie. Either way, everything is set up for everybody. So you come in there's no feeling of intimidation or uncomfortableness. Everybody's got you. All the instructors have your back. They're going to teach you how to execute drills, nail that beat, bike setup. You'll get to know everything about the bike, the clip-ins, and we just totally got your back. But most of all, I think the best thing about it is it's just fun. We're here to have fun, and we're here to support each other and lift each other.
Yeah, right. You come in feeling a certain way, and you come out feeling better.
Absolutely, that's the goal, right?
Yeah. So I got a question for you. My mic's not working, but bear with me. What's the difference between the program that we offer and maybe some of the offerings around town? What's the difference?
Ooh,
we're getting right into the thick of it here.
Yeah, why not?
The one first difference is I'm teaching here.
There you go.
And I don't teach anywhere else.
Everybody brings a certain spice.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Second, our program is designed with so much variety, but more importantly, safety. So with every unique track, every unique drill, it's for our safety. So we know that everybody's going to come in all levels of fitness and be able to do it all and advance from that level. What else would I say that's different about our program? Well, it's very, very organized.
Yeah.
I like to think
Extremely organized, extremely set up. So guests come and they actually like get to know it. So they're like, I love, yes, it's the racetrack.
Yeah.
Yes, this is our like heavy summit climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
get
can
really
expect it
excited.
a little
There's a
bit, right? They can
consistency.
And
plan
people
for it.
like that consistency
Yeah.
and to expect.
Well, it's nice knowing what's coming to an extent, right? So you can kind of prepare yourself and budget enough energy to get through the whole class. There's nothing worse than going through a class and at the end, I used to hate going to studios and they'd have like a giant spin bonus track at the end. That's not a bonus. It just kills
It's
me.
not a bonus.
I hated
It's just
that.
killing
Exactly.
I hated that so
Yeah.
much. So it's really nice having, at least having, you don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you know to an extent what to expect so you don't have to burn yourself out too early.
And you know what I think my favorite thing overall is about a program that is different from anywhere I've been? Our final track is not just like a banger and just like a sprint or race or run into it. It's a track we create so that everybody can do it. So when you walk out there, you didn't end it and you're walking out like, oh God, I couldn't follow that beat or I couldn't hit it or that was like too much. You're walking out feeling empowered. Everyone lifted each other. Everyone's on the same level. We make sure.
So you leave on a high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
then you're coming back because you have that high and you want
so
it again.
It's all about the small victories, right? You come out of there feeling good, you want to come back again.
Here at 17th Avenue, we have a floor. We did the floor so that it's like it's mesmerizing. You can create any, like, how would you describe the floor
Okay,
here?
so it's basically it's like an LED
Disco.
Imagine an LED disco dance floor.
Vegas style.
It's actually the first time it's ever been used in a studio, as far as we know, anywhere. The company that sold it to us was quite surprised it was going to a spin studio. Really impressed with it. It's normally used for like very
It's like TVs on the floor.
Well, I think they designed. Honestly, I think it was designed for car shows to like show off, brand new Bentleys and kind of stuff like that. So it's really cool, man. We did a bunch of little different patterns on it. It's got like 10,000 LED lights on it. So it's an experience for sure. It's like a.
It adds to the experience. That's the most important part. That's what Vanessa's saying. It's like it adds to the experience. Everybody's together, and at the end, everybody starts. At the beginning, everybody starts together. Everybody finishes together on the same level, walking out on a high, and then you continue on with your day. You have momentum.
Yep.
Absolutely. And you know what? We could tell you everything about it right here, but you absolutely have to get in and experience it. You have to come feel this because there's nothing. It can't even be said in words.
It's hard to describe it. You just have to get in there and try it. Yeah. So.
Well, check out our Instagram, though. I mean, there's videos everywhere.
There is, yeah.
Yeah.
@Move Crew Fit. Check that out. You'll see what we mean about that floor. It's
if you want to know what we're talking about. Thank you, Vanessa.
Right on.
You're welcome. Now I'm going to see Spin and Yin Thursdays at noon. Join me.
Thursdays at noon. Come see Vanessa.
Right on. Perfect. Okay. Thank you.